The source, Regenetech.com.
Langley Health Services, located at 7205 Southeast Merricamp Road in Ocala, is a federally qualified health center offering family practice, pediatrics, podiatry, dental, behavioral health, and radiology services. Most insurance accepted, sliding scale for those who qualify, and same-day appointments available until 4 p.m. with board-certified family practice and internal medicine physicians on staff. Langley Health Services, call today 352-680-7000. What do I do now?
After 911, don't worry, call Fakuri. Fakuri Medical and Chiropractic, treating auto injuries for over 32 years. Same-day appointments, immediate medical attention, all under one roof. Don't worry, call Fakuri. Go to bestinjurycare.com. All auto insurances are accepted. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to take your call. Car accident? Don't worry, call Fakuri. bestinjurycare.com.
Tired of looking at stained carpets, dirty tile, or grout? Call Silverback Restoration, 414-5312. Make your flooring look great again. Stains, pet odors, allergies. Call Silverback Restoration, 414-5312. From serving our country to serving our community. Silverback Restoration, 414-5312. Residential and commercial. And now, 3 rooms for just $99. Check their website, silverbackrestoration.com.
All right, 25 minutes before 11 o'clock. I promised earlier that I would repeat the information regarding how to get help and what help is available from FEMA. If you have had damage to your home and your insurance doesn't cover it all, FEMA might be able to help you. If you have had damage to your home and you don't have any insurance, FEMA might be able to help you. In order for anything to happen, our elected officials have to declare a state of emergency and a disaster, and both of those have happened. So I wanted to go over this real quickly with you. There's actually a statement from Governor Rick Scott just talking about a few things. So let me do that before I give you the other information. Here's one. He says power repairs will speed up for now.
I think what you're going to see today all around the state is you're going to see more resources, and the reason that is that if you think about this impacted the whole state, so it's hard to pre-position all the assets you'd want to position if the storm just came from one coast or the other. But even with that, I think we're having over 30,000 individuals from out of state are helping us get our power back on.
Yeah, and as we heard before, the Keys are were the hardest hit part of the state, and so he had something to say about that.
I'm praying that when people get to see the damage in the Keys, we don't lose anybody else down there. So my primary job is keep people safe, and that's what I focus on this whole time.
He was at the airport.
I love that.
Governor Scott says Florida's major highways are open.
DOT has already opened up all of our highways. All of our turnpikes are open again. We're working to make sure there's fuel on them. So we'll be getting those fuel trucks out.
And he was talking about the federal support, which is what I want to talk about to you in just a second. But here's the governor replying to a reporter who was questioning about that federal support.
I want to thank the president for the pre-landfall declaration. I want to thank him for the major declaration afterwards. That does not happen all the time. This president and this administration is absolutely focused, like I am, on one, the safety of everybody, but on top of that, getting people back to normal life as fast as possible.
Yeah, declaring a state of emergency is not just words. Mm-hmm. I mean, it actually is a way to open up some money that has been set aside for emergencies. So if a state of emergency is not declared, then that money doesn't go out there, which would be insane if you're an elected official not to do that. Exactly. But as Governor Scott says, it doesn't always happen. One example would be during Hurricane Katrina. We did not get the brunt of Hurricane Katrina, but it passed to our west, which means the eastern part of that hurricane spawned tornadoes on the west coast of Florida, including in Dunellen. And the poor people who were had their homes destroyed by that tornado tried to get FEMA to help them because FEMA was helping everybody affected by Hurricane Katrina.
Right.
But because the president did not declare a state of disaster for Florida, and I don't know that would have been appropriate, but something should have been done. Those people they were fending for themselves on their own. Real quickly, one more soundbite regarding the gas supply. This is from the governor again.
I talked to the Coast Guard this morning. I've got a call into the Army Corps of Engineers because they have to open the ports. We got tankers both ready to come into Tampa Bay and Everglades, which is where our biggest fuel is. So we're doing that.
And he was optimistic about simply getting back to business.
We got a lot of work to do, but everybody's going to come together. We're going to, get this state rebuilt. This state is a state of strong, resilient people, and we're going to get our jobs back. We're going to help build our companies again, and then we're going to get this all cleaned up and hopefully get more tourists back in our state and get everybody back.
All right. Now put. Well, there's a little bit of an echo thing going on right there. Just put up with a little bit of legal jargon here as I work my way through this. I want you to know that I'm not talking off the top of my head. I'm reading from information that was provided to us from FEMA. Okay? So the Robert T. Stafford Disaster Relief and Emergency Assistance Act states that in part all requests for a declaration by the President that a major disaster exists shall be made by the governor of the affected state, and that would be Florida in this case, and that would be Governor Scott requesting that the president declare a disaster. And he has. Had he not done that, as the governor just said, it would have made a big difference for you as to whether or not you could have access to the money necessary to rebuild or repair your home. This is directly from FEMA. The FEMA Individuals and Households Program, known as IHP for short. It's a housing assistance program, and it helps people affected by a disaster. And it provides money up to the program maximum for necessary housing-related expenses and serious needs that can't be met through other means. Housing assistance under IHP includes temporary housing, repair or replacement of existing homes, and semi-permanent or permanent housing construction. That's what can be done. That's what you can do with the money from the IHP program. Now, who does it go to? Let me read you the important requirements for the program. These are very important, and I'm guessing many of you qualify.
Okay.
I'm guessing many of you qualify. To get money or help for disaster-related housing needs, all of the following things that I read must be true. Okay? So do a little check mark in your brain or on paper. Here are the things that need to be true in order to get the money from FEMA's IHP program. I'm hoping this information helps out some people out there. I really am. All right, here we go. To get money, you need to have the following conditions. Number one, you have losses in a presidentially declared disaster area. Well, good news, you have losses in a presidentially declared disaster area. Unless you're listening in Chicago. If you're listening in Florida, the president declared the whole state, so you've got it. So you got point number one you got that one. Number two, you have no insurance or have filed an insurance claim but the damage isn't covered, or your insurance settlement doesn't cover all of your losses. So again, while insurance is the best way to handle a situation like the damage from a hurricane, when there's a declaration of disaster declared, then the government opens up the money, the funding, so that even those without insurance can be helped. Please don't think that you have no insurance and you're without hope.
Yeah.
Please write down the phone numbers that I'm going to tell you at the end of me reading this in about 3 minutes. Please get something to write with. Or if you can't, call us here at the station. We will have this ready by all of the phones, so whoever answers the phone can give you the information. All right. You have to have, or someone you know has to have lived with you. I'm sorry. You or someone who lives with you has to have been either a U.S. citizen, a non-citizen national, or a qualified alien. All right? Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you the rules.
Yeah,
that's what that's what it says here. In order to qualify for the money, if you or someone who lives with you is a citizen, a non-citizen national, or qualified alien, then you have access to that emergency funding. Yeah. Number 4 of the 5 checklist items. The affected home must be where you usually live and where you were living at the time of the disaster. It doesn't mean you had to be home when it happened.
Yeah.
It just simply means that's where you live. You could have been in a shelter. It's not going to disqualify you for being in a shelter.
Yeah, this is your primary residence.
Exactly, your primary residence. And the next qualifier is you are not able to live in your home right now, or you can't get to your home, or your home requires repairs because of disaster damage. If you meet all of those qualifications, then you can get access to the money. I'm not telling you it's going to be quick, and I'm not telling you it's going to be slow. I don't know that. I only know the things I'm reading to you. And this is for the assistance to individuals and households housing assistance program from FEMA. IHP. Remember those three letters. Call FEMA, say, hey, I need to find out more about the IHP program. I qualify, and I'm going to need some help. My house has been hit by a tree. All right, so here's the numbers. This is the important part, because if you call me, all I can tell you is the phone number.
Yeah.
Or I can read to you what I read on the air.
That's right.
The phone number, easy, 1-800-621-FEMA, F-E-M-A. The numbers that correspond to F-E-M-A are 3362. So it's 1-800-621-3362. If you want to call us to have us repeat it for you, please call the office line, 732-8000. The phones were hit by the hurricane, and so we're having trouble taking calls on the air. But you are certainly welcome to call the office line, 732-8000. If you get an answering voicemail thing, we'll call you back. Just say, hey, can you call me back? And Robin will probably be the person that calls you.
Yep.
All right. That's it. I promised I would do it a second time. That was the second time I've read that information this morning. Let's take a little break. We'll try to lighten it up a little bit. We have some beauty predictions for the Emmy Awards from a beautician, right? A beauty lady? Am I reading this wrong?
Yeah, she's a lifestyle and trend expert who appears on the red carpet as an artist or the reporter.
Well, that lightens it up a lot. All right, we will be right back.
Ocala Eye is the largest, most experienced eye care center in North Central Florida. Tuesday at 10:30, Zora Harrison and Adam Tenza will be our guests, bringing us up to date on the latest optical and other innovations in the industry. For over 40 years, Ocala Eye has provided comprehensive medical and surgical eye care. But that's just the beginning. Just wait until you hear all of the exciting things coming our way. So be sure to listen Tuesday at 10:30 with Ocala Eye, helping you live life to the fullest.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best charred grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Be sure to tune in to hear about innovative financial strategies on the long-running program Prosper with Keith Singer. You will learn about intelligent ways to safely grow and preserve your wealth, create reliable income streams, and maximize your legacy. Tune in Saturday at 8:05 a.m. and again on Sunday at 10:05 a.m. Prosper with Keith Singer. Here is your 30-second news brief. President Donald Trump will be coming to Florida tomorrow to speak to residents impacted by Hurricane Irma. According to state officials, Irma has killed at least 15 people in Florida, one of them here in Marion County. Marion County School Board sent out a news release yesterday indicating that schools will remain closed until Monday, September 18th. And Universal Studios says Halloween Horror Nights will open as scheduled this Friday. And that is your news brief from the source, WOCA.
The weather is brought